there's a lesson in there. There's a lesson in there, Amelia. Don't have too many bags the same colour. And then you wear them. Who would have thought that would actually make sense? Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I want to share with you my 5 most and 5 least used bags of 2022. Anytime I've done this video recently, it's kind of been seasonal and I've taken it over a shorter period of time, and the bags I've said have been most or least used have been greatly impacted by the season we were in. This video, I'm going to look back over the whole of 2022 and shock myself a little with some of these and share with you my 5 most and 5 least used bags over the whole entire year. Now, when I was planning this video and put it together, I'm also going to be filming a video of the bags in my collection that I have never, ever used. I'm going to shame myself with the bags I've never used. So that's going to be filmed and it's a bit shocking. But let's start with a least used, because if we start with one of my least used bags of 2022, that at least means that we're going to finish this video on a high, and that can only be a good thing after looking at these bags that are down here that I didn't really use very much. And the first one shocks me, and it's this beauty. And it shocks me because I love this bag so much. And there is absolutely no reason why I haven't used this bag more. It goes with every colour. I have a brightly coloured wardrobe. I have so much that I could wear with this, and I love it. Like, I love the look of this bag. I don't understand why I haven't worn it more. Now, this bag is going nowhere. This bag is not for sale. It's staying with me. I love it, and I am committed to using it more in the future. But of 2022, this bag got really, really little use, and shockingly little use for the cost of this bag, and I need to rectify that come 2023. Moving to a happier note, one of my most used bags in 2022 has to be this little Chanel mini. Now, this is a Chanel mini in the caviar leather, and that's the reason why this is one of my most used bags. If I had, you can just see this one poking out here that still has her little felt on. That is my favourite colour. I would prefer to use that bag more, but it's lambskin, so I just have to be more aware of it and be more aware of the weather or where I'm going. If it wasn't for that, that would be the most worn. This one is the most worn because it's caviar and it's quilted. I prefer chevron. I would pick a chevron bag over a quilted bag, but I do love this bag and I love the colour of it. It's an 18B raspberry colour. It comes out quite red on the camera. It does have more of a raspberry undertone to that. It does have silver hardware, so it goes with pretty much everything. And I wear this bag quite a lot, but it is in absolutely immaculate condition. It's for a bag that gets worn as much as this gets worn. Is there maybe the tiniest little tiny mark on there? Maybe. I think it has stood up so well, and I genuinely believe that's because it's caviar leather, and I think it's such a shame that Chanel have stopped making minis in caviar leather. This one is just so easy to wear. Doesn't matter about where you're going, weather, any of that. You can just throw it on. It's not overly heavy. It fits enough for me as a mini bag that I would be using on a daily basis, and it means it gets an awful lot of use because it's pretty carefree. It's a bright colour. It's something I can grab and go, and this is definitely in my most used bags of 2022. Skipping back over to my least used bags of 2022, and it is my Dior saddlebag in the burgundy colour. And I think the reason that this is one of my most used, because I really love the shape of this. I love that it looks that little bit different. I actually really like the shape that people think looks like a kidney bean. I really love this bag. I think the reason that this bag has got worn less by me is because I have only really recently, if I'm honest, grasped that not all bags need to be crossbody bags. And I did buy the guitar strap. I do have the Dior guitar strap still. I haven't got rid of it. And I do love the strap, but I don't really like wearing this bag crossbody. And I think I like to wear it by handheld. Even if I have the strap attached, I like the look of the strap hanging from the hand. And it's only recently, really probably since I got my Birkin, that I have started using bags handheld a lot more and stopped automatically having to put everything crossbody. And I think that's why this bag didn't get as much use as she might have because I was conscious that I would have to carry the bag, and I think that just made me look to other bags because I would have been like this. But now I'm a lot more comfortable with that. I've been using my capucines, the Arty capucines, quite a bit. I use that handheld. I don't really use the strap on that, and it's making me more comfortable with handheld bags in general, top handle bags. So I think this one will get more use going forward. Again, this is not for sale, but I need to use her more. Back over to the most used and the happy side, and it is my Chanel 19 in the black goatskin. I love this bag. I find this bag so easy to use. I find this bag goes with so much because it's black, even though I will admit that makes me a little bit of a hypocrite because black is not my favourite colour of bags. I much prefer colour. This bag's so easy to use with my leather jacket, so many outfits. She's carefree, she goes crossbody. I do carry her handheld at times by this little chain. I do keep an organiser in mind because I like that look, that it's slightly more structured. It's still slouchy, but it's not just as slouchy as without the organiser. This bag gets a huge amount of use from me, and I think it's just such a usable version of a Chanel. It's a bag that I've really used ever since I got. This has never really had a phase where it didn't get much use, and I just think it's a really easy to use bag, and it's one that I lift quite a lot. Back over to the least used, and it is this Louis Vuitton twist with the limited edition black and white monogram on the turn lock and on the strap. And I used to use this bag to death so much. I loved this bag. I still love this bag, but I now have a lot more bags, and I have a lot of pink bags than when I first bought this. When I first bought this, I think I had maybe 2 or 3 bags. I definitely didn't have anywhere near the number that I have now, and it meant that this bag got used a lot. This is one of those bags that I walked into the boutique, saw, and fell in love with. I put it on, I paraded around the boutique like a peacock. I wouldn't take it off. I couldn't really afford it at the time, but to be honest, I wasn't leaving it behind. I just absolutely loved it. And because of that, when she first came home, I used this bag so much. There are photographs I came across the other day of me in Dublin with my husband when I was pregnant with my youngest, and I'm wearing an outfit that's quite autumny and quite wintry, and I'm wearing this bag because I wore her all the time. I didn't have too many options, but also when you first really love something and it's just one of those bags that you can't put down, I just wanted to wear her all the time. That has definitely faded, if I'm honest. I now obviously have a lot more pink bags. I have a lot more options that I could lift, and it does give this bag a run for its money. It means this gets picked up an awful lot less than it used to. I don't really wear this bag all that often anymore, or certainly the phase I'm going through at the minute, I don't wear it all that often anymore, but I do still think she's really beautiful. Now back to the good side, and it is this Chanel Mini, and this is also from the 18B collection in the teal colour, in the caviar leather, in the chevron, and with the light gold hardware. I love this bag. This bag is probably the darkest mini bag that I have, probably the most kind of autumny, wintry, goes at any time bag. I also love jewel tones, so it's a colour that I really love. I don't have a huge collection of bags in this colour family, so when I want to wear a bag that's this type of colour at all, there aren't a huge amount of choices, so this is the one that gets picked. I can see the purple Fendi peeking out in the background, but it's sequenced, and I do use that bag a lot actually for being a sequence bag, but there wouldn't be as many opportunities I'm wearing that as I wear this. Whenever I'm looking for that type of tone or that type of colour to add to an outfit, this is the one that I pick. I suppose that there's a lesson in there. There's a lesson in there, Amelia. Don't have too many bags the same colour and then you wear them. Who would have thought that would actually make sense? So maybe if I didn't have quite so many pink bags, the pink bags I have might get more use, but certainly because I don't have that many bags in this colour tone or this type of colour, this one gets a lot of use because there aren't a lot of bags competing for the same spot to go with things in my wardrobe, and I'm talking myself into realising I have lots of bags in the same colour, but definitely it means this one gets used a huge amount. Back to my least used bags, and it's another burgundy bag, and it is the Chanel Gabrielle. This bag went through a phase when I hardly used this bag at all. In fact, I think there were months and months and months and months and months where I didn't use this bag, even when it was autumny, even when it was wintry, and this bag would have worked perfectly. I just went through a phase of not really loving it and not really wearing this bag. I then considered selling this bag, and I spoke to Rod from the Luxe Theory, and he said, oh, calm down, girl. Be careful. If you want that, it'll be very, very hard to get that bag back again. That's a special Gabrielle with the strap. I do have the strap in the drawer. That's very you. Are you sure? And when he said that, I thought, am I just getting caught up in a wave of thinking, oh, I have to get rid of some bags or downsize, or maybe I'd bought a lot at the time. And I started to actually look at this bag again and put this bag with outfits. And since then, I have looked for and reached and used this bag a lot more. But during that time, it got so little use. It's still one of my least used bags. I do think that I generally will go for brighter colours as opposed to wintry colours, which is maybe why this and the Dior also got less use, because they're both quite wintry and autumny in my opinion. But I am still committed to using this bag. I've been loving her since I've been kind of reintroduced to her. But for this year, definitely a least used. Next most used, or on the most used side, is this. This is the Chanel mini reissue in the Metriart collection in the metallic rainbow unicorn type colour. She has most colours under the sun on her, and I just think she's so pretty and so stunning and so unicorny, and I loves her. So this bag in the summer this year got used a huge amount. I took this bag, I think, on every trip we went on. I like, because it's the reissue, you can double the chains up. You do have the 4 grommets, and it's easy to carry this then either on your shoulder or as a handheld. You can also pull this out and wear this bag easily crossbody. The colours in the sun just glisten and glint and make me happy in the summer. It's also a bag that I find goes with a huge amount of my summer wardrobe, because I like colours, and when I'm wearing denim cutoffs or shorts or anything, this bag just seems to work. I don't even really care about this bag clashing, so if I'm wearing an outfit and the colours of this wouldn't really go that well, I don't really care, I wear it anyway, and I love this bag, and it's definitely been one of my most used this year. Last of my least used bags, and this one hurts. I love this bag. This is one of my favourite bags in my collection. I just think the tweed on this bag is so quintessentially Chanel, with it being black and white, and it has the Coco Chanel ribbon running through it. I love this bag. This bag is not for sale. It's not going anywhere. But for some reason this year, I just used this bag a lot less than I did last year, or that I normally do. I love wearing this bag very simply with denim and just a top or a plain t-shirt. I normally wear this bag a lot, and I'm thinking of last year and how much I wore this bag whenever we were going out. And do you know what I think it might be? Since I bought the bag you're going to see next, that I use a huge amount, this one has got less use, because I generally lift the other one instead. But I still love her. I'm not selling her. I think this bag's absolutely stunning. I think I would really regret selling this bag, so she's staying, but for this year she's on the least used. And my final most used bag, and the bag that I think has knocked that Chanel tweed off its pedestal, is this. If you watch my channel, this will come as no surprise. I have talked a lot about how much I use this bag, how much I love this bag, how much this bag took me by surprise. When I bought this bag, I don't know why I waited so long. I wondered why I waited so long. It made me just fall in love. I love this bag. This is one of those bags that I think all by itself is a vibe. When I am going out, I will look to lift this bag. I will want to lift this bag. I will want to put this bag with my outfit. Even when some other bags work better, I just like carrying her. I think she's just a moment. She is the Petite Malle from Louis Vuitton in the traditional monogram. I do have another Petite Malle somewhere that does not get anywhere near the use of this one, but this bag just stole my heart. I think she's special. She makes me, didn't drop her, she makes me feel absolutely great, and she's absolutely on my most used bags of 2022. You can see that mine has a few little scratches on her, because she actually does get quite a lot of use for being a bag that I thought was not going to get that much use. I don't care, because I enjoy every one of those that I've put on her. I've enjoyed doing, and I've had a ball or a blast of a time to myself. So she is the next bag, and the last bag actually on my 5 most used bags of 2022. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for watching. watching this. I hope that has given you a little bit of insight into this collection. I get a lot of questions about what I actually use. There are other bags. These are the least used of the last year. Those are the most used. I could also have talked about the multi-pochette I use a lot. I didn't include the Neverfull because I use that every day, so it would have been an obvious bag to put in there. I do use that a lot. I use the Fendi purple sequin baguette quite a lot when I go out. I like to use that. I've used the Papillon from Louis Vuitton quite a lot. There's other bags I've used a lot, but those 5 just seem to be the most. And there's probably other bags as well that I've used not that much that could have been over here, but these are the 5. The yellow twist that I can see up in this corner, I work a bit in the summer, but if you take the whole year, probably not that much. The Prada bag I got in the summer and then I used a lot for the rest of the summer, but over the year probably not that much. But these are the 5 that would have been the least through the year, and those are the 5 that would have been the most. And I will get filming the bags in my collection that I have never ever worn. That is shockingly disgraceful. I'm a bit shocked at myself when I looked at them when I was doing this. So if that sounds interesting, please do consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on that video coming. Thank you so much for watching this one. Thank you for being with me. Please take care, and I will see you again in the next one.